Christmas in Down Under 2025. Christmas Down Under. It is so weird. Summer during Christmas. It's so weird seeing Christmas decorations during the summer. Australians have their big school vacations during the summer. So between mid to late December until late January, early February. Lots of Christmas traditions in Australia are like in most other countries, like singing carols by candlelight, Christmas lights competitions, driving around and look at the house decorations, giving gifts, having a Christmas tree, making Christmas cookies. Before meals, they pull on Christmas crackers. I don't know that Christmas tradition, but apparently they also do that in the UK and Commonwealth. But then Australians also have Christmas traditions that most likely only get done in Down Under. So playing cricket in the backyard, going to the beach or cool off in the backyard pool. In some areas, apparently Santa Claus arrives on a fire truck. They leave out carrots for the reindeers and cookies, but not milk, but beer for Santa Claus. And of course, there's the Christmas food. So the most famous Christmas food is the ham in Australia and pavlova for dessert. But a turkey or a much less common leg of lamb is also considered Christmas food. Then usually a seafood platter and barbecue. Just do some barbecue. Usually they don't have a Christmas dinner. It's more like a lunch dinner outside in the backyard. Usually it's really hot, so the food is served cold. They prepare most of the food the previous day. So during Christmas, they don't have to spend much time in the kitchen and have much more time to be with the family. For our Christmas in Down Under, I prepared a somewhat traditional Australian Christmas lunch dinner. Me being carnivore, so of course I prepared everything 100% carnivore. Yes, Paul maybe had some lemon slices with it or something like that, but everything got prepared 100% carnivore. 3 recipes will air later on here on my other channel, Creative Carnivore Kitchen. So no pavlova, no Christmas cookies, and unfortunately ham is not clean, meaning mostly it's been treated with sugar and other stuff. So it's not clean for me. For me, clean is just meat, maybe with salt. But I bought a fresh ham, or however you want to call that, the boneless upper part of the pork leg, the pork hip, the part you make ham out of. I just bought that part of the pig raw. Nothing was done to it. Well, except they cut it off, the pig. I had the idea to sous vide it. I already did that with a piece of raw ham before to try it out, and it worked really well. But I was so pissed. So in Khanom, Thailand, I got a candy thermometer for later on for making cheese in Mae Rim, Thailand, where I am right now. And yes, I am making cheese here. It's a lot of fun. So anyways, I used the candy thermometer to in the slow cooker to sous vide the ham I tried out. And because where we were staying, our host, they didn't have a sous vide machine. So I just used the slow cooker with the thermometer. And it works great, but unfortunately, the thermometer snapped off and broke. I was so pissed because I needed it again for the Christmas ham. I only used it for the test. Paul had to go to so many stores to finally find a new one. They're not that easy to find. I couldn't believe it. Meat thermometers, you could find that everywhere, anywhere. But candy thermometers, no. Well, I was so super happy Paul found another one because, as mentioned, I needed it for our Christmas ham. But Paul doesn't really like ham that much, and he really wanted a leg of lamb for Christmas. And I consider that still as a Christmas food in Australia. I looked it up and it's not very common. It's like the ham is almost like a must. This is like the Christmas food in Australia. And the leg of lamb, not really, but it's still considered a Christmas food for the lunch, the dinner, the whatever. And I mean, we're in Australia. Well, not now, but I was in Australia. Australian leg of lamb, hell yeah. And of course, seafood platter, totally carnivore, hell yeah. So I made a beautiful seafood platter with Sydney rock oysters, banana prawns, Tasmanian salmon, what is actually a trout, barramundi, and striped marlin, all traditional and local in Australia. Yeah, we had a shit ton of food for just the two of us, but some people don't realize how much meat and seafood and eggs you actually eat if that's the only thing you eat. You eat a lot. And it's nice having lots of leftovers in the fridge for a while. It took us 3 to 4 days to eat everything. Of course, we didn't buy a Christmas tree or any Christmas decorations, but I did find some decorations there, and so I put it up, and it still looked a little bit like Christmas. But still, it was so weird. The hot weather, summer, sunshine during Christmas, it just felt so out of place. I'm really not a winter type. I hate the cold. I'm really not a fan of snow, and I dislike winter. But still, it was hard getting into Christmas spirit during the summer. It's so hard getting into Christmas spirits when you keep thinking about, ooh, when is the next good day at the ocean to go bodyboarding? When you walk around in tank tops and shorts. Growing up in Switzerland, yes, I have to admit, real Christmas has to have snow and the fucking cold I hate so much. Yes, that's real Christmas to me. I have to admit that. But I loved Christmas in Down Under. I loved spending Christmas somewhere where it's hot and nice and warm and sunshine and summer. I had enough cold Christmases in my life. Actually, I wouldn't mind spending Christmas in a cold, snowy country somewhere, like really typical Christmas, for maybe 3 days. But then off I go into a warm country. After getting 2 pituitary gland tumors taken out of my head, here is the video of the second removal with Gamma Knife. So after getting rid of those and taking all my daily meds, I'm doing a lot better with my health. But unfortunately, my hormones are still messed up. And once in a while, I get a phase where I am, how should I say that? I almost don't want to say depressed, because I used to get so depressed, I didn't want to live anymore, I didn't want to exist anymore, and that depression really doesn't happen anymore at all. It really never happens again. So, but still, what I've been feeling then, and still once in a while, rarely, it's still depression, just another kind. I'm still happy, I still love my life, I still want to exist, I still want to live, but there's like a shadow over all that, and it's like I know I'm happy, but I can't really feel the happiness like I usually do. So there's like a darkness over it. So yes, it's still depression, just a completely different kind of depression. There are so many different kinds of depressions. So during that time, I just don't want to do anything anymore, and also my body gets super weak, and yeah, it just sucks. So unfortunately, that phase started around December 23rd. Luckily, I still managed to cook and prepare our Christmas lunch dinner on the 24th and the 25th. We ate it on the 25th, so most of the work I did on the 24th and the last stuff on the 25th. So I was happy I could still do that, but it was already a struggle. But after that, I was super weak and depressed for over a week. Sometimes I could barely walk. It lasted until January 3rd. I think all the work I put in for the Christmas lunch dinner, while I was already not feeling very well, really drained me. But it was still so worth it. We had a really nice Christmas. And almost the entire time while I was in that phase and not feeling well, the weather wasn't very good anyways. So I was actually super happy, because then there was no sense of going to the beach anyways to try to do bodyboarding. Here is the first video about bodyboarding. I made 2 videos. Oh, and on New Year's Eve, we even saw some fireworks from the yard. Me still not feeling well, I didn't want to go anywhere. So we just watched the fireworks, but the fireworks started at 9:30 p.m., 21:30. What the fuck? Usually you do fireworks at like, I think exactly at 12 o'clock when the new year starts. 9:30 p.m. What's that? Yeah, they lit up those up at the country club. Tea Gardens is full of old people, and most of them probably wouldn't make it until midnight to see the fireworks, so they decided to do it early, very early. On January 3rd, I woke up and the depression was gone. Like it never happened, just gone. I was good. Except for my body. I felt it in my body because I got so weak and also I didn't do much. I could barely walk. Of course, my body got super weak even when the depression was gone, so I could still feel it in my body. Paul thinks it's the hormones that cause these phases because they come and go so suddenly. Yeah, I know I still have health issues and we are working on trying to figure out what exactly causes it and what we can do. And since that time in Australia, we already have many more ideas. No, not many more, a little bit more ideas what it could be or what we could test for, what we could look at. But still, me not being in a really good phase, we still had a really nice Christmas. We loved it in Down Under. It was really cool to celebrate Christmas in Down Under. I loved it. And I'm always wondering, where will we be next Christmas? So interesting, but we actually already know because we got our Christmas sit and we will be in Panama. So excited. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay merry.